So all you guys had chosen me to review First Blood from 1982. It took a while for, to get a lot of votes on this movie to win. Because I remember in the past, I had a couple other polls with First Blood in it, and some other movies that are, not really that great voted more than First Blood, which that really surprised me back then. I'm like, why do people vote for this movie more than First Blood? Like, what the fuck? First Blood is like a masterpiece, and that movie lost to all those other shits. Especially when the, I think 40th anniversary of this movie came out in 2022, and everyone voted from some other fucking movie for the 40th anniversary or something. I'm like, that's fucking bizarre how they chose that over First Blood. But we finally got a review on First Blood for, the Independence Day that's coming up. We're doing a countdown to Independence Day, reviewing all the war movies and all the army shit. So that's what we're doing. And we're going to start off with First Blood. Not start off, because before that, we review Independence Day, which that was a piece of crap. And I never want to talk about the movie ever again. But for tonight's review, we're doing First Blood from 1982, starring Sylvester Stallone. Now, this is a movie that came out in the early 80s, and I think it was very popular when it first came out. And a lot of people loved it because before Rambo, there was Rocky, and everybody knows Rocky, and they want to see how he does playing Rambo. So they all went to see it, and they fucking loved it. They were amazed at how great Stallone is playing this character. He did an amazing job playing John Rambo. And it was just, they wanted more, and they got a whole bunch of more sequels after this. Rambo, I think it's Rambo First Blood Part 2. Then you got Rambo 3. Then you got just Rambo from 2008, which is really Rambo 4. And then that piece of garbage, Rambo 5 Last Blood. And I reviewed that movie first, before First Blood, which that's fucking weird, isn't it? Yeah, Rambo Last Blood. It had great action, but a shitty story, which, I don't know. Why would Stallone even do that piece of crap anyways? Like, really? I don't know why he even fucking did that movie. It was just a waste of time. He should have left it at just 4 of them. Great action, but the story makes no fucking sense. While sitting now, he has like a fucking niece. And she ended up getting killed anyways. But whatever. We're talking about a better fucking movie than that piece of shit. This is First Blood, and here's what happens. So, we all know what happens. We see this movie tons of times. I see this movie many times because of my father. He loves Rambo. He loves the Rambo movies. He watches so many fucking times. Like, every day he comes on TV. He watched First Blood. Oh, First Blood Part 2 is on. Oh, Rambo 3, Rambo 4 is on. He turns it on and he starts watching it. Same with the Terminator movies, which I don't really see him watch the first Terminator movie that much, but he watches the Terminator 2 a lot more than the first one. I think Terminator 2 is better than Terminator 1 too, so fuck it. Yeah, he loves these fucking movies. He owns like the Rambo knives. He gave me some of his Rambo knives, so I can keep them. I don't think I ever want to sell them. I don't know. Depends how much money they're going to be worth in the future. The Rambo knives I have. I have the sequels, Rambo First Blood Part 2 knife and a Rambo 3 knife. Pretty big ass fucking knives, I'll tell you that. Oh yeah, they're definitely real. They actually can fucking hurt you. I'll tell you that. They're replicas, but it could be worth a lot of money. You never know how much that check could fucking be worth in the future. Especially when Stallone dies in the future. Look, everybody's gonna die sooner or later, okay? I know all of us love Sylvester Stallone and all his movies and all the shit he did, but we're all gonna die sooner or later, so not everything lasts forever. Just gotta enjoy it while it can. But yeah, like I said, we all know how the story goes. So Stallone, he plays John Rambo. He was a Vietnam veteran. He's just he's on his own. He has nowhere to go. It's hard for him to keep a job and all this other shit, And he decides to go see his he thinks his friend is still alive from the war times. He was with him in Vietnam. He went to go see him, see if he's alive. He talked to the lady. Well, I think I don't know how his wife when he was alive. I forgot. And she said that he died of cancer last summer. That she told him. And Rambo was like pretty sad about that shit because now he's like the last survivor of the Vietnam War. You know, he's one of the last survivors. And you know, he knows no one else anymore. So he decided to just walk off, and he sees a town and he decides to go to that town, and then the sheriff stops him. Yep, here we go, the fucking sheriff. I really love this actor that plays the sheriff. I think his name was... What was his fucking name? I always had his name. Oh yeah, Brian Dennehy. Brian Dennehy is a really great actor. He died not that long ago. I think like a couple of years ago that guy died. He was a terrific actor. I don't know what happened to him after all those iconic movies he was in. He just disappeared after a while. You're not see him anymore. You know, like all these actors. I mean, that are like underrated. You see in all these movies, they just disappear. You don't see them no more after that. You're like, all right, that's it. We're not gonna use these guys anymore in movies. We're not gonna call them anymore or nothing. We're gonna get somebody totally different to be in these films. You just never seen them anymore. They always hire a bunch of these goofballs now in this generation. A bunch of these scrawny nerds that can't even fucking lift up a pencil. Yeah, he's a really good actor. I really like Brian Dennehy. There was another movie he was in called, I think it was called Bestseller with James Woods. I never finished watching that movie. I need to rewatch that again. I remember in the past I couldn't get into it, but I'm going to try rewatching that again in the future. And he plays like a good guy in that movie. Here, he's like a fucking asshole sheriff who will let Rambo... It's very fucking simple. This part of the whole movie is very simple. He could have just let Rambo just come into town and eat some fucking food at a diner and let him go on his way. He wasn't going to do anything. He wasn't going to fucking shoot up the town or stab people or anything like that. He was just fucking hungry. He just wanted something to eat. And that's what he said. No. Captain Douchebag decides to just be a fucking asshole and say, you know what? I'm going to drive you out of this town and tell you to go head up that way. Head up to Portland. Bye-bye. Ta-ta. Get away from my town. I'll fucking arrest you. So he drives off, leaves Rambo stranded by himself. And Rambo's like, you know what? Fuck this guy. I'm going back to where I wanted to go. He can't tell me what to do. Who the fuck do you think he is? He's just a fucking asshole. So he decided to just walk right back. And fucking fat boy Brian Dennehy's character sees him in the car mirror. He decides to go turn around and go stop Rambo from getting close to this town. He's like, hey, what are you doing? Hey, no more walking. All right, that's it. You're coming down with me to the police station and bring her right back to the town, and we're going to prosecute your ass. All right, that's it. Come here. Cuffs his ass and brings him down to the police station. Like, is this all this fucking necessary? Because, the guy needs to take a bath and he needs a haircut. He looks stinky. What the fuck? All that because he's stinky and he needs to take a bath and he looks crazy. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, well, we want him dressed like a fucking a rich guy, like a rich fancy guy in a fucking tuxedo. Oh yeah, sure. Come on, buddy, come down to my town. You're looking pretty good as a penguin. Come on, it's all the food you want. I ain't got body anymore. Come on. Yeah, imagine Rambo just came back looking all fancy smanchy, wearing like a tuxedo and shit. And fucking like Brian Dennehy's character sees him like, hey, you look pretty sharp today, buddy. Come on downtown to eat some food. I don't care anymore. Come on down. I don't fucking care. You look pretty good now. It's fucking stupid. Fucking dumbass sheriff. What a fucking asswipe. So yeah, he gets fucking brought to jail, and they'll give him a hard time because, you know, Stallone's character was going through PTSD. He's having, flashbacks in his head when he was captured in Vietnam, and all these guys are torturing him and shit. Fucking the other asshole, the big mustache, looking like Dr. Phil. He was being a fucking douchebag, and he was like worse than Brian Dennehy's character. He's causing even more trouble. Fucking whacking his nightstick on the table and fucking choking Stallone with a fucking nightstick. Fucking spraying him with a fucking water hose and do all this other shit. Hit him with a fucking in the lower back with a nightstick. He did a lot of like fucked up things to him. I mean, people would justify saying that Stallone's character should just do what he's told or some shit like that. He didn't fucking do anything. All he did was come into town to eat something. He didn't do shit. So he does have a right to fucking to defend himself. Especially he's going through PTSD. Especially got the fucking asshole's got a razor and shave him fucking dry with a knife. Why the fuck did he need to be shaved dry for? He don't need to be shaved. He's just going to jail. Fucking just gonna shave him and shit? The fuck kind of bullshit is that? I would start kicking ass too. You leave my fucking facial hair alone. My hair. So Rambo loses it because he had a PTSD and started beating their ass and throwing the assholes out the window and shit. He gets out of there, and then now it's a whole fucking crazy fucking chase around the woods and all the town and all this other shit. Because the sheriff would have stopped being a fucking asshole and let me eat at the goddamn diner. It is common fucking sense. Why you got... All because he stinks and he smells. Another thing is, like, this motherfucker's, like, jealous of him also because, like... Brian Dennehy's character served in the Korean War, while Stallone's character, Rambo, served the Vietnam War, and Vietnam people got more appreciated than the people that served the Korean War. The Korean War was forgettable, everybody forgot all about it, so that's what makes Brian Dennehy's character, like, hate Rambo's character. So, that's basically one of the reasons why you don't like him. Because he was, like, more appreciated than Brian Dennehy's character was. But now they have like the whole squad after Rambo in the fucking woods, and like I got the fucking dogs looking for him. The sheriff's out there looking for his ass, and now they got the fucking chopper on him too. And Rambo's like hanging on the fucking mountain, and Dr. Phil with his fucking sniper gun is trying to shoot him on the helicopter, and he keeps missing it because he sucks. And Rambo jumps off the mountain and he hits all these fucking trees and shit falling down. And he made his arm bleed from all those fucking trees hitting him and shit. He's like, ah! And then fucking, I forgot what happened. I think Rambo like throws a rock at the Dr. Phil looking motherfucker, the sheriff. And he falls off the helicopter and he cracks his head on the fucking big ass boulder rock. And he just dies. And Rambo like takes his fucking jacket and his fucking rifle, or what the hell? How the hell did I say that again? Sorry, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me. I think I'm fucking tired or something. Yeah, he takes a sniper rifle from him, and then his jacket, he takes that, and he runs away. But then he comes back when he sees Brian Dennehy's character and all the other cops on top of the mountain, and he tells them that he do nothing wrong and all this other shit, and the cops got the guns pointed at him and say, freeze, don't move, we're coming down here to get you, don't even try to move. And Stallone's character's like, well, I didn't do anything. And he says, well, I didn't do anything. And they start shooting the guns at him, and he's like, ah. Now that part I find to be very hilarious when he says I didn't do anything. With that voice and shit, it's just... I find that part to be very iconic. It just makes me laugh every time he says that line. I never started laughing at that part. He's like, but I didn't do anything. He bites like a little kid in like middle school. He's like, I didn't do anything. Let me go. Stop it. Don't bring your pistols on us. I didn't do anything. That's what that reminds me of. I'm actually like a little kid. But the thing is, he didn't really do anything. He just wanted to eat something, and then the sheriff's being a fucking dickhead. So later on, the cops, the sheriffs, are looking through the woods looking for Rambo. They get hit by a bunch of fucking booby traps and shit. One guy gets caught in one of them, like a spike one or something like that. He's in pain, and one other asshole's in pain. The young kid gets caught by Rambo, and he gets beat up by him. And they're all like crying like little babies and shit because they can't fight Rambo. And then Brian Dennehy gets caught by Rambo. And he has a knife to his throat. He Rambo told him, let it go. Let it go. So he lets him go. Lets Brian go. And fucking he starts crying like a baby. Korean War my ass. What kind of Korean War he was going through? The fucking papers in the desk? He wasn't going no fucking Korean War. My ass. So Rambo ends up finding a cave. And he lives there for a bit while he captures like a wild hog and he eats it. No, I think it was a boar. I think it was a wild boar. He captures a wild boar. He eats a big wild boar and he chills there for a bit while fucking Brian Dennehy's character is back at the camp with his fucking crew. Yeah, fucking crew of fucking losers, fucking amateurs. He's back there, and then Colonel Troutman shows up, played by Richard Crenna. He's been in a lot of movies too. That guy, Richard Crenna, lots of movies, and he died like in like early 2000s. I think he died. He was a really good actor too. You don't see good actors like him anymore. Just like with Brian Dennehy and Stallone, you know, you don't see people like that anymore. He shows up and he tells, the colonel tells the sheriff to just let him go. Let him walk away. You waste your time starting this shit with him, starting this war. And sheriff's like, fuck that, Colonel, you don't tell me what to do. This guy's a fucking psychopath. He'll fucking kill all these people and all this blah, 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 blah. He says all that, you know, his ego and all this shit because, he was in the Korean War and he's not going to give up on him and all this other shit. All because the man wouldn't let the man eat at his diner. So he's going to start this whole bullshit with him. So he's not going to give up and he wants Rambo alive. He wants him dead. Which he told that to these army guys. Well, these amateur army guys, and they were shooting at Rambo while Rambo was shooting guns at them, and he runs out of bullets right away. I think they were blanks, or I forgot what it was. I think he just ran out of bullets or something. He didn't really shoot at them. He just shooting at the fucking ground just to scare them. What he does, he scared these motherfuckers. And the other asshole had like a fucking rocket launcher. He blasts that Rambo in the cave and blew up the whole cave. And when they thought that he was dead. He wasn't even dead. He just got out of that shit quick. And everyone's like, yeah, we killed Rambo. Yeah. Fucking take a picture and shit. Like, what the fuck kind of bullshit is that? Take pictures like a bunch of fucking dweebs. And like, Brian Dennehy shows up. He's like, what the fuck, you idiots? What the fuck you taking pictures like a bunch of clowns? Like, come on out with this shit. You clean this shit up and all that. He told the other guy who runs the drugstore. He was like, well, I got a drugstore in the morning. Well, you better clean this shit up. He was like, shit. He was like fucking pissed off and everything like that. You would have made a goddamn mess, buddy. You gotta clean that up. Or he'd have put your ass in jail too. Fucking, yeah. He was like... Oh yeah, I forgot, like before that, fucking the colonel was like talking to the Rambo on the walkie-talkie that Rambo took from that dead cop. Dr. Phil looking guy. He took it from him and he was, colonel was talking to him, telling him, just get out of there and come on, let's let this go also, he told him. And Rambo's like, I can't do that, I just can't. Especially this guy won't let me eat at his diner, so I'm gonna go get him for this shit. So yeah, Rambo finds a way to climb out of the cave, fucking dealing with rats and shit. I don't know, he's like, fucking deal with all that shit. So he gets out of there and he steals one of the fucking army trucks and asks for the army guy's name and all this shit. And he asks him what kind of gun he got in there. I got the M60, he tells him. And Rambo pushes him out and says, alright, get out of here, go home. Takes that truck and heads out to the town. Starts some shit with fucking Brian Dennehy's character, the fat ass sheriff. And he starts shooting up to all these these buildings and shit in the town because there's nobody's in there because the whole place evacuated. So why not just shoot up the whole fucking place up? That's to scare that motherfucker. Make him shit his pants again. Because we all know fucking the sheriff already shit his drawers already in the fucking woods. We had a knife at his throat. So yeah. Fucking the colonel comes in and was talking to the sheriff. He's like, alright, this is the last chance, buddy. You want to get fucked up pretty bad, you'll listen to me right now. And Brian Dennehy's like, no, I'm not gonna listen to you. I don't give a fuck what you say. You think I care? No, I ain't scared of this motherfucker. I fought in the war. I think I can handle him too. Fucking Rambo scares a green beret, and he thinks he can handle a green beret. Brian Dennehy's scared not even a fucking green beret. He think he can fucking handle Rambo. So the sheriff is on top of this fucking roof, the police department. And he has a fucking big gun looking for him on top of the roof. Rambo's shooting at the electricity poles that shot the power out of the town, so Brian Dennehy can't find where he's at. So that's like a very smart thing to do. And he goes around shooting at other fucking buildings in the town just to scare him more. Scare Brian Dennehy, scare even more by shooting out more of the towns, the buildings, blowing that town up and all that other shit. So that shit on fire. Then he goes to the gun range store and grabs a bunch of bullets and ammo out of there, and it blows that place up. And like Brian Denny's character still can't find him. He's like, "Where is he? Where is he at? I can't find where he's at. I don't know where he's at. Where is he?" It's like he's like, so this guy fought in the Korean War and he can't find where Rambo is or anything like that. That's how fucking like again. What kind of war did this guy fought in? Like, did he fight in fucking papers at his fucking desk? Like, well, what kind of war did this guy even fight in? He wasn't no fucking Korean War. On top of a fucking roof like a little bitch. He said just be on the ground, try to go around looking for him. Be like easy we just did like that, but no, he's high top of a roof like a little baby. And then Rambo spots his ass like doing peekaboo on top of the roof. So Rambo starts shooting at the police department. It's just to scare him more. He's like, oh god, he's really close now. I don't know, I should go downstairs. I should just stay on top of the roof. And guess what happens? Fucking Rambo shoot up to the ceiling and fucking shoots up in fucking Brian Denny's foot, and he falls right through the fucking glass, and he's all covered in shards of glass and everything on the ground. Rambo was like pointing a gun in his face, like, "Do it! Shoot me, you son of a bitch! Go ahead, do it, you crazy son of a bitch! Shoot me!" Then fucking the colonel comes in and he's like, "Rambo, don't do it! Don't do it, Rambo! All right, it's over." And he tells the other guys to stop firing the guns, cease fire. He told them. He tells Rambo, "Look, it's over. All right." "No, nothing is over. The war is never over." He tells all that shit, and he starts crying because what happened to one of his buddies in the past. He's like, he can't let it go. It's stuck in his mind forever. Whatever happened back in the Vietnam War, man. It's like, it's tough for people that fought in the Vietnam War. It's like, it's really hard. There's tons of people out there that went through so much pain and suffering fighting in that war. A lot of bloody murders, a lot of bloody pain and suffering they all went through. It's hard. It really is hard. I feel bad for a lot of these Vietnam War veterans that fought in Vietnam. And a lot of people in this world don't even appreciate these people that fought in these wars. They don't appreciate all the fucking pain and suffering they went through and all the time they did for us. They don't care. They don't care about any of these people that fought in the war. All they care about is goofy shit they do here, like play on their phone or watch TV all day instead of actually, you know, they don't give a fuck. They don't care about any of these fucking soldiers or anything like that. They don't care. They only care about themselves, these people that live in America. If it weren't for these soldiers, we'll have been dead by now. Just let you all know that. If it weren't for all these soldiers that fought in all these wars, we'll have been dead by now. I guarantee you right now. So Rambo cries because he was thinking about all the times he went through all this pain and suffering and all that, and Colonel Troutman, you know, like pats him on the back just to, you know, relax him and shit. And then, you know, he gets him out of that fucking police department and they walk away. And he had to do some jail time for a little bit, prison time. That has been the second movie, but we're not getting no second movie. This is the first movie. We're talking about the goddamn first movie. And yeah, this is a masterpiece, man. It's one of the greatest action movies of all time. Definitely up there with all those other ones. I feel like Sylvester Stallone don't get appreciated enough like he's supposed to get appreciated. All these other fucking douchebags, get all these stupid Oscar awards and everything like that. I don't know if we even won an Oscar award. Did First Blood win an Oscar award? If it didn't, who fucking gives a fuck anyways? Why every movie needs an Oscar award? Let's see here. I don't see anything here. Was it nominated? It should have at least been nominated. Let's see here. That's Legacy, Critical Response, Box Office, Post-Production, Casting, Filming. I can't fucking find it anywhere here. But yeah, who needs awards anyways? I don't want every movie needs like an Oscar award. I mean, yeah, this movie did deserve like an Oscar award, especially Stallone's performance in here. And the sheriff and the colonel, you know, he did really great jobs at doing the way they play in this movie. But somehow this movie never won an Oscar, or I don't think he even been nominated. I don't know, unless I'm missing something. I don't know. But it's crazy how Stallone was afraid that this movie was going to ruin his career. Since that him and his agent were so they thought the film was so bad that it made him sick. Stallone also feared that the film would have killed his career, and he attempted to buy all the footage and destroy it. When he couldn't do that, he suggested the producers cut much of his part and let the rest of the characters tell the story. After the heavy edits, the film was cut down to 93 minutes and said it proceeded for future action movies. Why was he so afraid his movie was going to fail? I don't get it. Well, what was so bad about it? Well, was it because of his acting? Was it because of the story? I don't know. It doesn't say anything else besides that. Stallone was afraid this movie was going to fail? I mean, I don't know if I could understand that, but it didn't. People love this shit. 7.7 out of 10 is pretty fucking high. I don't get why he thought this shit was going to fail. And he had a bunch of other sequels after that film. So, I don't know. Like I said, this movie was never nominated for some reason. I don't get it. Like, this movie is a fucking masterpiece, and we got all these other gay-ass shit movies get fucking Oscar, Emmy Awards, but shit like First Blood, because it's violent. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Bunch of whiny wimps. Alright, time for the pros and cons again. I mean, no, let's just read these first. The pros, the soundtrack. It is terrific. I really love the soundtrack in this movie. They did it the right way, like it's supposed to be. Movies today, with their soundtrack is just to use like people's garbage music that people make. These celebrities' music. That's all they use now. They don't actually, create music for the movie. Survival mode. Okay, so the DVD. I had this DVD. Is the ultimate something. I forgot what's the ultimate something. But I own like all 4 of the Rambo movies, and there's this thing on there on the DVD. It's called Survival Mode, and the Survival Mode it tells you everything about the movie: the knives, the guns, the characters, the places. I think it tells all about all that stuff, and I learned a lot about all that stuff. They told me it's very interesting. You guys should buy that type of DVD. I forgot what it was called, but look it up. It has like the survival mode on there and tells you everything about the knives and the guns. I mean, there's YouTube, so I don't think you have to do that anymore. The book was completely different. Yes, the book was completely different because in the First Blood book, Rambo actually fucking kills everybody in the movie. He murders everybody. He was actually the bad guy in the fucking book. He was a evil motherfucker in the book. He murdered everybody, and he gets killed at the end of the book. In this movie, he just beats the shit out of a bunch of cops. He don't kill anybody here. One cop just falls out of a helicopter. He dies. Rambo didn't try to kill him or anything. He just falls out of a helicopter. And he just dies. It was only his fucking fault, really. But yeah, Rambo didn't really kill anybody in this movie. He just beat the shit out of everybody. That's it. And he injured a couple people. That's all he did. The book, his character's fucking evil as shit. But there is a different movie which actually is just like the book. And this movie is called Hunted, with Tommy Lee Jones and Benicio del Toro. Benicio del Toro plays Rambo in that film, but he's not actually called Rambo. He's called someone totally different. And he actually is the version from that book, who acts just like the character from the book. He does the same exact things. Same with Tommy Lee Jones. Tommy Lee Jones is a sheriff. Well, not the sheriff. He was a lieutenant, but I guess that'd be the same thing. So yeah, he was a lieutenant, and Benicio del Toro basically plays the Rambo version from the book. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, Hunted is a pretty good movie too. I like Hunted. Or The Hunted. I think it's called The Hunted. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good film with those two. They did a really good job with that movie. But yeah, I think that's it for this fucking review. Usually I go fucking look at the comments. I'll see what people say, but I don't want to make this video too fucking long. Because you already know what these people are going to say. Some fucking dumb shit saying it's like one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. Just to piss me off. I'm not going to read all that shit. Not this time. Maybe another time. And this movie is directed by Ted Kotcheff. Kochev, who also directed films like Uncommon Valor with Gene Hackman and Weekend at Bernie's. You're telling me this guy did two iconic army movies, and then he went to a comedy movie about puppeting a dead guy. That's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious and ironic. Weekend at Bernie's is pretty fucking hilarious, though. I'm not gonna lie. Pretty funny ass movie. Ah, shit. I forgot about the cons. Well, I got two cons here. I mean, it's not really cons, but Sheriff letting Rambo eat at the diner. He should let him eat at the diner. But like, guess what? If you let him eat at the diner, you know what's gonna happen? The credits will roll. That's what would happen. The movie would have ended. Credits will roll and that's it. Movie ends. Rambo should have sneaked back into town. Well, once again, I guess the credits will roll, but if you think about it, what if the sheriff catches him eating in the diner? Alright, that's it, buddy. You're going to police walking. Alright, that's it. Put your hands up. Put your hands behind your back. And Rambo beats the shit out of him and he gets out of there. Or Rambo just listens to him and he goes into the police station and all that shit happens again. Just like it happened in the whole movie.